Breathing.
He's struggling to breathe.
Very seriously injured.
In some of the UK's most remote places.
Down the line and I'll tell you exactly what to do next.
There's just been an accident on the M1 motorway. It's on fire and it's gone into the railway bridge.
Your life is on the line.
How far did he fall?
About 5 metres.
He's intubated and ventilated.
You need some of Britain's most elite medics.
Is there any serious bleeding?
Yes, there is, yeah.
Can't feel legs, anything below my neck.
We're in a remote location in the middle of a woodland. They've broken their back.
The speed of the Yorkshire Air Ambulance can make the difference between life and death.
Your discretion, take off.
NS99 lifted.
Today, another farmer's life is on the line. Paramedics Pete Valance and Kit von Mikwitz are being scrambled to a farmyard accident near the town of Goole. A man attacked by bulls. Live.
Where's the ball? Was in a shed. Was in a shed.
The team's flying Tom to the major trauma centre.
Breathing.
Patient's bleeding, but she's bleeding profusely from her head.
On a rural cycle route near Ripon, a wet road was a factor in a crash that's left a rider fighting for her life.
Yeah.
NS98, find also LGI.
Her life is now in the hands of the trauma team. For the air ambulance team, the day's weather forecast can be a matter of life and death.
In Leeds, a minute ago, summer winds, 40 knots, gusting 24, all the nines.
Pilot Gary Brasher is briefing his crew.
A bit windy, forecasting, a few at 4,000 all day, and then again throughout the day, rainy and then heavy rain.
And it's not long before the blustery weather becomes a factor in a very serious case.
Is the patient breathing?
Patient's bleeding, but she's bleeding profusely from her head.
On a rural cycle route near Ripon, a wet road was a factor in a crash that's left a rider fighting for her life.
Police say again, following with 93604.
She's come off the bike and pushed by. She is breathing.
Element 98 Alpha lead, hello.
And I've lifted from Nostril 4 on board, routed to Ripon.
Currently unconscious. I'm assuming there's some form of bystander help. We're at the mercy of the callers. Quite often when we get there, it's not always as we find it on the call. Element 98, can we have a hospital breakdown when you've got a few minutes, please? Loads of the lead. Yeah.
You enter receive over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got Harrogate at 12 nautical miles, LGI 23, Northern General at 27 nautical miles over.
Element 98 air desk, we are 1 minute to the scene. Is anybody already on the scene? Oh, we first.
Yeah, that's all received. There is an RRV keyed on scene over.
Any clear left?
I'll let you shut down, go, because I'm going to have to do a bit of climbing, I think. There's a gate, mate, on the left. Oh, is it? Oh, okay, I'll go out now, then.
A 62-year-old cyclist has a severe head injury. Paramedics Tony Wilkes and Paul Holmes know cycle accidents can be very serious.
Hi there.
Hiya, how are we doing?
She's come off the bike, rolled over. Daughter was behind her, saw her.
Okay.
But she's been semi-conscious since. She's withdrawing to pain.
Yeah.
Karen Coram is critically injured. She was riding down a hill when she lost control after hitting this drainage grate.
It seems to maxillofacial, round the jaw, round the nose, left eye closed right over.
Okay.
She's probably doing 15...
Did she have a helmet on?
Yes, she did. We're taking it off. She's doing 15, 17 miles an hour.
Okay, yeah.
Your verdict on injuries?
Potentially life-threatening.
Right.
Potentially.
The accident was witnessed by a motorist. She's put her medical skills to good use.
I'm a nurse, so we have to stop and help when we can.
What happened when she landed on the floor?
She landed on her back. The bike flew out from under her. I rolled her into the recovery because she was bleeding quite a lot from the nose and mouth.
It was quite clear that she'd got quite a bad head injury. There was a lot of blood. So just worked with the first responder really to just turn her over and get her airways clear.
I take it all the blood's come from her head, has it?
All really come from the nose.
Oh, from her nose?
I couldn't have a look in the mouth.
Okay. Is there much damage to a helmet?
Where's the helmet?
Her helmet did little to protect her face.
No, there's no downside to her off. I've been up, down her neck and her back and her pelvis again. She's not flinched.
Okay. Karen, open your eyes.
Just try and relax. Alright, you can talk to me.
That's it, well done.
Can you get suction at it? Oh, just a minute. Can you use your suction, mate?
Karen's having difficulty breathing, and she's not making much
Just into your
sense.
mouth, sweetheart. Just going to do a bit of suction, get me some of this blood. That's it.
Karen desperately needs intensive care. Her husband has driven to the scene.
Keep nice and still, sweetheart, just for a minute.
Still, my darling, still. They're going to roll you onto a stretcher.
The team has alerted the trauma centre 20 miles away at Leeds General Infirmary.
Steady. Lift and slide it on top of the gate.
Time is critical. The sooner she undergoes surgery, the better her chances of survival.
We've just lifted scene routine LGI ETA approximately 10 to 15 minutes over.
Both Paul and Tony have their work cut out, keeping their patient alive. Her blood pressure is dropping.
But that pulse is getting even slower. I think we're going to see some atropine, I think. Hello, Ben. 9-8 Alpha, who's letting down LGI? Confirmation.
Des 9-8, find also LGI.
The rooftop landing pad is a welcome sight for the medics. Her life is now in the hands of the trauma team.
This is Karen. She's in her 60s. She's a cyclist, came off round the bend, quite low speed, but she's gone face first. She did have a helmet on, face first onto the ground. Reduced GCS immediately. When we first turned up, there was a lot of blood coming from, looks like from her nose, and facial injuries more than anything else.
Neurosurgeons spot a bleed on her brain. They operate immediately to reduce the pressure. Karen is fighting for her life. For Yorkshire farmers, the local air ambulance is a lifesaver, and its crew, everyday heroes. Hundreds owe their lives to these choppers, and today, another farmer's life is on the line.
Top of the tower, animator 9 Alpha, looking to lift outbound Gould. Element 99 Alpha, top of the tower, take a few discretion, Jetson 0106 knots, QKP 1022.
Paramedics Pete Valance and Kit von Migwitz are being scrambled to a farmyard accident near the town of Goole. A man attacked by bulls.
Kit, what grid was it, please?
It was, yeah, Echo.
Yep.
569 247, and it is right next to Eggborough Power Station.
Thank you very much.
99, information is patient now out of field and waiting in a silver car. RRB is just on scene. Over.
Yeah, that's all received, thanks. We get called to quite a lot of farming incidents. We've had a lot involving cattle and certainly bulls over the recent years. So farm workers, they know the risk of it, but obviously working day in, day out with the cattle, there's always the chance something's going to go wrong.
99 Samada, situation update. Patient has chest injury, reduced fat and increased rest rate.
The accidents happened close to one of Yorkshire's 3 giant power stations. Pilot Ian Musette must find a way through a network of high-tension cables.
Got the small wires this side of the river.
But there's another hazard on his mind.
Where's the bull? Was in a shed. Was in a shed, yeah. Rising ground to the front, Pete, you're waiting for me to stop?
Okay, I'll wait for you to stop. There's crew on scene in there. That is from 99, landed on scene, over.
Local ambulance crews have reached the farmyard first.
The bull kicked him in his bum area to the floor, and then it's proceeded to kick him in the chest. And head. Headbutting, sorry.
Farmer Tom Lancaster is lucky to be alive. His chest was crushed by an animal weighing close to half a ton.
What's this going out of 10, pain-wise?
I've not asked him, to be honest, but knowing him, it'll be that'll 2, because the hards and farmers.
Tom was feeding his herd of young bulls when he was knocked to the ground and trampled. Neighbours found him bloodied and badly hurt.
He was actually bent down, so he didn't see it, and it hit him up the bum. Bolted him up the bum, and then because it knocked, and it's been hitting him on this side. Not just once, apparently, it's been hitting him a lot.
Bulls are often bred for beef. They grow faster, but they're also more aggressive than cows.
Is it normally bad-tempered then, or you just cut it on off day?
Cut it on off day.
Oh yeah. So you can recall everything that happened?
I can, yeah.
And you got yourself up and walked out here?
He got me phone at me on 3 times.
Yeah. So he were in a bad mood then? Yeah.
Well,
yeah. So we'll get our trolley out, we'll put it outside here, and we'll ask you to step out nice and steady, and then we'll just try and get you down and keep you as still as we can as we go round.
His farming neighbours are shocked by the attack.
I've known Thomas for 22 years and I've never known him be hurt like this with cattle. He's worked with him all his life, you see.
Pete fears Tom may have a neck injury and he could be bleeding internally.
Keep your head still, there's brew on roof. Is that for crew? Right, bring this leg round and to the floor for me, that's it. Before we move anyway, just stand a minute. Okay?
Just stand around a minute.
Where's that hurting?
Can I have a quick look at your back? Is that okay?
There are clear signs of the attack on his back, but no sign of bleeding.
Big bruise, left shoulder, left chest. Same on the right, just there.
Alright, if you come towards me, Thomas, and then turn round, okay? We'll just get you sat on edge. You might feel it tilt a bit because it's a rigid board.
They're going to strap Tom to a spinal stretcher.
Happy there, yep.
Right, we want your feet down this end. It's not your best shirt, is it?
Pause.
No, go on, we might get it off then. I'll take...
We've ruined his jumper. He wasn't happy about that.
Yes.
Keep your head still.
Can just help spin you. If Pete helps you from behind, I'll help you with your legs here and we'll just do it all in one, okay? Are you ready? Super. Oh, even better. There we go.
A little blanket.
Only now is Tom showing signs of pain.
We can get a bit more pain relief, is that still not...
Bit more.
I won't prop it up, he's just pulling on there.
Right, just bear with us 1 minute, let's get you a bit more pain relief.
Oh no!
Let's get this morphine in. That's great stuff. Got Thomas settled in a fashion. He's got what looks to be some rib fractures. He's got quite extensive bruising across his back as well. So we don't know if there's any other internal injury yet taken place. He's fully alert and his obs are good at the moment, but initially his oxygen saturations were low, hence him being on oxygen and taking precautions, immobilising him. So it sounds like the bulls had 2 or 3 goes at him and caused what could be significant trauma.
The team's flying Tom to the major trauma centre 20 miles away in Leeds. But their patient isn't keen.
He absolutely hates it. He won a helicopter flight and he's never used it because he just absolutely hates flying.
Into the hover, turn right, clear area departure, all happy? Alright. Air desk from 99 lifted for LGI. He's had significant injury occur. We need to make sure there's no underlying damage that might deteriorate later on. His breathing is now improved. Element 99 Alpha, new QNH is 1024. 1024, thanks, Element 99.
Tom is already booked in for scans and x-rays at Leeds General Infirmary.
Okay, 1024, that's 500 feet, that's good. Coming on down. Here we go. Helmet on.
It's taken just 10 minutes to fly him from farmyard to the heart of Yorkshire's biggest city.
Did your breathing feel any easier?
Feels a lot better.
Was it? Apart from where your ear's bleeding, you'd got no pain around your head at all?
No.
What did you think to your first flight then?
All right.
Your mates were saying he'll never get in that, he don't like flying.
I said I won't win anything.
I think it's a bit late now.
Bye.
Even if the results are good, it could be some time before Tom is fit to return to his cattle. Farmer Tom was off work for more than a week.
2.5 broken ribs and maybe some fluid on my lungs.
The ringleader of the attack is no longer in the herd.
I've looked after livestock for 60 years and they can just turn and get you bull went to Selby Market. And he made top price of that day of what?
Karen, the cyclist, spent several days on life support at Leeds General Infirmary and is still slowly recovering from a fractured skull.
Previously, if you hurt, say, a leg, you knew that within days it would be, you'd see improvement. But with this, it's been weeks, months.